This is CBS 8 News Live at noon.
Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. Today, San Diego County is on high alert, hoping to prevent similar wildfires from breaking out here like what we've seen in the LA area. We don't, of course, don't want anything like that to happen here. We're under a red flag warning today, which means thousands of people are without power.
And we do have team coverage on the high fire risk here locally and how the LA fires are even impacting San Diego. Let's go to Regina Yarita in Valley Center, reporting on the public safety power shutoffs that are happening right now.
Yeah, that's correct. Here in Valley Center, we haven't seen those winds pick up. But of course, when it comes to Santa Ana winds, that can easily change. In fact, the National Weather Service predicting 35 miles per hour when it comes to wind gusts. And although we don't have any wildfires here in San Diego, we're still dealing with high winds and possible wildfire conditions. It's why the San Diego Gas and Electric is taking the additional and necessary precautions with those public safety power shutoffs. They want to reduce the risk of fires caused by electric infrastructure. I do want to pull up the SDG&E outage map on your screen so you can see where things are at. The areas highlighted in yellow are areas that are at risk. SDG&E says over 70,000 could be affected. Right now, nearly 3,000 people are without power, and that's what the red is for. All the customers that have already been impacted by these shutoffs, those areas include Campo, Descanso, and if you head more north, you can see Valley Center is on that list. Some residents have told me that they still have power here. However, people are preparing. They can start noticing those shutoffs start to happen as the day progresses. Again, those winds are supposed to get stronger by tonight. It's why the community center here has been turned into one of the resource centers to help people without power. Residents can come in to get water, charge their phones, or use Wi-Fi. It's important to stay alert and informed during these times. This is an area where you can come here to use those resources. So back out here, we talked to SDG&E a couple minutes ago. They tell us that right now their biggest priority is to keep customers safe. So that's why they keep checking on any lines that have been damaged by these high winds. But of course, we'll keep you guys updated. We're in Valley Center. Regina Yarita, CBS 8.
And now in Los Angeles, forecasters do say the worst of the weather conditions have passed, but that hellscape on the ground remains. 5 wildfires are burning, with only one that's under control, claiming at least 5 lives, destroying now thousands of homes and businesses. CBS's Danya Bacchus reports.
A smoky sunrise in East Hollywood as Los Angeles continues to burn. More than 7,500 firefighters are battling 5 fires covering some 45 square miles, causing utter destruction.
Even as our crews are out there battling the fires, we have these ember casts, and the wind direction just changes it immediately. So, this is unlike anything that I've seen.
Late Wednesday, helicopters dropped water on the latest blaze, the Sunset Fire in the iconic Hollywood Hills. Many residents there fled. Love you. Straight into gridlock.
This is crazy. There's a fire right outside our car.
Fleeing the Palisades fire, Aaron Sampson got his elderly father-in-law to safety, ditching their ride and ultimately making their way on foot.
We got this. Come on, turn around.
As we're driving down, there's fires on both sides of the car. Just being stuck there, surrounded by fire, the policemen started running up the street. Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
This staging area for the Palisades fire is helping to manage resources battling this blaze, and red flag warnings will continue into Friday. Beachfront homes in the celebrity enclave of Malibu are also wiped out. Paris Hilton posted on social media her home there is gone. This home, reportedly belonging to actors Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, is a pile of ashes. Fire officials warn this will be a long fight.
We'll remain here until we get full 100% containment of this.
Crews are hoping to gain ground on the flames when the winds die down Friday. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
With wildfires raging in Los Angeles, inspiring stories of compassion and humanity are emerging. Horses and other large animals found shelter from the flames at this college equestrian center. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders. Many of them often refuse to leave their beloved animals behind.
Had officers going up into the hills with the community trying to help their animals get out of the dangerous situations that they're in. We have over 200 animals, a mixture of horses, alpacas, sheep, llamas, pigs, goats. We're housing everything here right now.
About 300 shelters across California are taking in pets and other animals displaced by the fires. Many are accepting donations to help feed and care for them.
And now here in San Diego, the Humane Society is sending more crews to Pasadena to help with the Eaton fire that continues to burn. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joining us from the Oceanside Humane Society campus.
That's right, and to be clear, these are dogs that were already up for adoption in Pasadena, so they're bringing them here to free up shelter space there because more dogs are coming in because of the fires. So this is Ellie. She is one of the 11 dogs that was brought here last night. She's about 2 years old. She is very sweet, and she's looking for her forever home.
The fires in LA and around the county are devastating. We know that it's affecting hundreds of thousands of people, and Pasadena Humane Society is seeing hundreds of animals burned and evacuated from their homes coming to them for care right now. So we really were grateful to be able to step in and help when we got that call that they needed assistance.
And so that was Jordan Fry with the San Diego Humane Society. We have some video of one of their crews leaving yesterday for the Pasadena Humane Society to help evacuate pets impacted by all of the devastating fires in the Los Angeles area. Now, she says the Pasadena shelter is seeing lots of dogs coming in, burned, injured. They need shelter space. Last night, 11 dogs were brought here to Oceanside, and they're all different breeds: German Shepherds, a Husky, a Beagle mix. So the drive from LA can be stressful. They're settling in today, getting used to this new environment, and hopefully will find their forever homes now here in San Diego. So this is happening as our own shelters here are already over capacity. We've talked about that before, but obviously San Diego is not going to turn its back on any animals. So back out here live, more dogs will be arriving from Pasadena this afternoon. There are crews there right now picking them up. So if you can adopt, that would be amazing. If you can foster families are also needed as well. More information, we have that at sdhumane.org, or you can just go to our website, cbs8.com. I'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, that dog instantly bringing smiles to all of our
A good boy, a big boy.
Yeah, big one.
Tugging Kelly around there.
And you're reminded that those dogs aren't exactly aware of what's going on up in the LA area.
Right.
They're just happy to be in a safer environment, cleaner air out there.
Smoky.
Could use a little extra love right
And
now.
like Kelly said, those are dogs that were already up for adoption, already needing homes. So now being brought down here. All right, let's take a look at the forecast here. In San Diego, red flag warning stays in effect all the way through 6 p.m. on Friday. If you were with us yesterday at this time, we were talking about how this was set to expire today at 6 p.m. The thing is, we're now watching as another round of Santa Anas come our way, and as that wind develops and we really see those gusts picking up tonight into early tomorrow, we could see this extended even further. All indications point to this being a safe extension and this being just about the time where those wind gusts will die down and where we'll get a little bit of a reprieve for the weekend. Last night, yesterday evening or so, all the way through this morning, we got a nice break. It allowed fire crews to stop the forward progress on some of those containment lines, and they're working to continue to do so. But we know that this is just simply a beast of a fire, and really of multiple fires in the area across LA. So when we look beyond that red flag warning, I'm giving you a closer look here at San Diego County. High wind warning is layered on top of that. That's extended also until 2 p.m. today. We've got speeds between 30 and 40 miles per hour, gusts up to 65 miles per hour, and some isolated gusts up to 75 miles per hour. Now, this is where we see that wind getting more intense. Winds are still coming from the east. As we get toward this evening, we'll watch as those gusts move toward the 30, 40 mile per hour range at times, moving closer to the coast, Alpine, El Cajon, Ramona. Not necessarily right along the coast, but inland valleys, absolutely. And what we are really concerned about is this lasting, right? All the way through Thursday night. So tonight into early tomorrow, we're back up to the 40 mile per hour range in Pine Valley and Julian. And then into early Friday, we see those winds begin to die down. This is just past the noon hour. We'll really notice a more significant downturn in those winds. But what we'll also look for around that time is a switch in wind direction that could allow for some wildfire smoke to drift in for Friday night into Saturday. So we're going to watch our air quality as we get into the upcoming weekend too. Relative humidity down to the single digits. We usually see this as a cause for concern when relative humidity is down to the teens. So 8% relative humidity, 7 in Poway, Alpine, Ramona. Just goes to show how little moisture there is in the atmosphere. Not only is there very little moisture in the atmosphere, but we have almost nothing on the ground. Ground is just very dry from the last several months of lack of rainfall. So we could use more. Right now, extended models show no rain in our forecast. Afternoon high temperatures are in the 70s out there, 71 for Oceanside, 73 for Escondido and Ramona. This is because all that warm, dry air that's off across the mountains and deserts is now drifting toward the coastline, and that will help to warm up our coast disproportionately compared to other parts of the county. We normally along the coast would be in the low to mid 60s. Today we're going for widespread 70s out there. If you're along the coast, it's a mild next 7 days. I don't want to harp on it being a beautiful forecast because fire danger is still tremendously high. Winds are very breezy out the farther east you go. And we're, of course, keeping our thoughts with our friends up in LA. However, what we're going to look for along the coast is much different than what's inland. Inland temperatures are warmer. Winds are breezier, fire danger is higher. 75 for this afternoon, cooling down to 70 tomorrow, and then in the 60s for Saturday. There's a chance that as we get into the beginning and middle of next week that we see another round of Santa Anas come our way. Right now, it's just too far out for us to be able to say with certainty what that could look like. But across the mountains and deserts here over the next 7, what we can say is that it does look very dry out there. And while we may see that red flag warning and high wind warning expire, fire crews are going to stay on high alert until we get more significant rainfall, which we still have none of in the upcoming forecast. Netta?
We need those drops. Evan, thank you for the update.